Welcome to MCCT, Microcrawler Capability Test. That's where we test and compare the driving performance and capability of micro trucks and microcrawlers from 1 to 18th to 1 to 24th scale trucks in stock condition as well as highly modified and upgraded ones. The trucks have to pass through 10 different tests. We'll get either points for their results or their performance will be graded, and the final scores will reveal the most capable microcrawlers. We check their climbing ability, descent performance, their tilt angle, their performance in overcoming easy and difficult obstacles, and their low speed modulation and low speed driving performance. Check the description for details of tests, scores, and mode of grading. Now let's start and present this episode's test trucks. In MCCT episode 8 we will test the Panda Hobby Sport Tetra K1. The Tetra K1 has a wheelbase of 150 millimeters, a weight of 411 grams and tires with 54 by 20 millimeters. It runs on a 2S 700 mAh lithium ion battery. And now let's check how the Tetra K1 can climb. Test 1. Climb on a rough surface. 45 degree, not a problem at all. 50 degree, 54 degree, the maximum of the best SCX24, the Betty. But the Panda Hobby Tetra K1 can do it. And 55 degrees. Super steep. Very few trucks so far could do 55 degrees and struggling but can do it. And will the Sport Tetra K1 also be able to do 56 degrees as the HG18 Tiger Dog? Yes! 56 degrees. What a result. 57 degrees. Only one truck so far could climb that steep inclines. And 57 degrees. That's finally also too much for the Panda Hobby Tetra K1. 56 degrees in test 1, top result, and 11 points for this. That's the second best result so far in test 1. 56 degrees of all 19 trucks tested so far. The Panda Tetra K1 and the HG18 Tiger Dog could climb 56 degrees on a rough surface, and only the FMS Toyota Hilux was better. A top result in test 1. Test 2. Climb on a smooth surface. 45 degrees, no problem for the Panda Tetra. 50 degrees, no problem. 52 degrees. Struggling a little bit, tires are slipping. And 53 degrees. It's already really struggling. Tires don't have grip anymore. Will it do 54 degrees? Not easy. It's slipping, but also does 54 degrees and 55 degrees. Will it do 55 degrees? It could do 56 degrees on a rough surface. It's struggling hard. "55 degrees. That's too much for the Panda Tetra K1 on a smooth surface. So test 2, 54 degrees, 9 points for this. A really good result. But in contrary to most trucks, the result of the Panda on a smooth surface was not as good as on a rough surface. Most trucks tested so far achieved the same results. However, a top result of the Panda Hobby Sport Tetra K1 again, 54 degrees, third place of 19 trucks tested so far with the SCX24 Betty. And now let's check how it can go down, stop and go up in reverse again. 45 degrees, not a problem for the Panda, but it's already struggling at 48 degrees. Needs several tries, even more at 49 degrees. It's really hard for the Panda. The main problem is the super bad low speed modulation. You can't start and stop this truck smoothly. 50 degrees, it's already impossible for the Panda Hobby Tetra K1. So test 3, descent, 49 degrees and 2 points for the Panda Hobby Sport Tetra K1. If it would have better low speed modulation and if you could stop this truck smoothly, it probably would have much better results in test 3. So all 19 trucks tested so far here. The Panda Hobby Sport Tetra K1 on 11th place with 49 degrees. Not a top result as in tests 1 and 2. And now let's check the tilt angle of these super heavy trucks with wheel weights out of the box. First to the left side. Wow, really good result. 46.2 degree, really good. And to the right side, more than 40 degree, 46.3 degrees. So test 4 and 5, 46.2 degrees and 7.1 points. To the left, test 4 and 46.3 degrees and 7.15 points. Test 5, tilt angle to the right. Really top results. That's place 2 out of 19 trucks tested so far. Only the HG18 Tiger Dog was a little bit better than the Panda Hobby Sports Tetra K1. Wow. And now let's see how the Panda Hobby Tetra K1 can climb. Test number 6. Hill of branches, flat side. No problem for the Panda Hobby Tetra K1. 2 out of 2 points. The steep side of the hill of branches. The test most trucks fail. And the Panda Hobby Tetra K1, it's not able to climb this obstacle. But it's so super fast that it can do it with speed and jump totally uncontrollable. So not a climber, not a crawler, it's not able to do it that way. Only with a lot of speed, that's a super fast truck, and jump over the steep side of the hill of branches. So that's hard to judge, but it's no crawling. And for its performance in test 7, the steep side of the hill of branches, 1 out of 10 points only. It could do it, but totally uncontrollable with super high speed. Test number 8, the flat side of the hill of pebblestones. No problem for the Panda Tetra K1. So 2 out of 2 points in test number 8. Test number 9, the steep side of the hill of pebblestones. Super difficult obstacle. And the Panda Hobby Tetra K1 struggles. It seems it's not able to do it, but then on the right spot with the right angle, it's able to climb this hill. That's a surprise because of the smooth surface of the pebblestones, and in test 2, climbing on a smooth surface the Panda was not as good as on a rough surface, but here now it's really performing quite well. That's a big surprise. Seems even controllable sometimes. It's slipping, yes. And fails. But many trials with the right angle are really good. And it can do this difficult obstacle quite easy. So wow, a surprise, and 5 out of 10 points for this in test 9, the steep side of the hill of pebble stones. And now to the last test, test 10, low speed performance and modulation. And that's for sure the weakest point of the Panda Hobby Sport Tetra K1. It has super poor low speed performance. It's nearly uncontrollable and it's nearly impossible to drive it slow. Even if it has 3 gears, this does not help. And check the trigger of the index finger and the trigger. You have to give nearly full throttle to get over this tiny step. And in first gear, here, it's even not able to climb this, only with pumping. So super poor. Maybe the ECX Barrage had worse low speed modulation performance, but Panda Hobby Tetra Sport K1 really poor, 0.5 out of 5 points only. With better electronics and low speed modulation, the Panda Hobby Sport Tetra K1 would be a way better crawler. And here's the final score of MCCT episode 8, the Panda Hobby Tetra K1. All tests and all points gained, and the Tetra K1 has top results in many tests. Top results mainly in the climbing tests and in the tilt tests, and it was also good at test 9, the steep side of the hill of pebble stones. Poorest results for sure, low speed modulation, low speed performance. All in all, it has 46.75 points, and that's place 2 out of 19 trucks that have been tested so far. An absolutely top result. Only the SCX24 Betty was better so far. However, the Panda Hobby Sport Tetra K1 suffers from its super poor low speed performance. With better low speed performance, this would be a way better truck. As it is now, out of the box, it's more a trail truck than a crawler. It's super high speed for a micro crawler, high ground clearance, good approach angle, so really a nice trail truck for playing around, but because of its super poor low speed performance, not a crawler for difficult area. And that's it for MCCT 8. Watch out for the next episode of MCCT microcrawler capability tests. There are still a lot of trucks to be tested. MCCT will be back.